Well, before the PS4 came out, we've heard we heard the old attitude that consoles are irrelevant, and the thing is that the PS4 generation is going to be the last one, and the thing is, I'm really surprised that Sean Layden has said this. He says we're reaching a point where consoles are becoming where consoles become irrelevant soon. Now the thing is, I don't believe that for an absolute second, but I'll get into the article now. It's from Tech for Gamers. The concerns of modern consoles becoming trivial one day have been there since they came into power in the gaming scene. But the thing is, I will say that probably started that I personally became aware of it, and when just in the lead up to the PS4, before the PS4 was coming out. And these fears have grown over the last decade as the differences between generations have become less notable. Now, gamers are not the only ones worried about this changing shift, as a former Sony boss who believes that consoles might become irrelevant soon. He believes that this shift will happen in the next generation or two. The words of the ex-Sony boss suggest that even the higher-ups are concerned with the traditional consoles eventually collapsing. We might see consoles become irrelevant in the next two generations. Speaking to Eurogamer in an interview, the ex-Sony boss clarified that we have already reached a point where the innovation curve in console hardware is starting to plateau or top out. Additionally, he thinks Xbox and PlayStation are already close to the final console specs. I think we're at a point where the console becomes irrelevant in the next, if not the next generation, then the next generation definitely. The difference between the console generations have become so small, and noticing them is extremely hard unless you have top-range TVs and speakers. So consoles becoming irrelevant is only a matter of time. Xbox has changed its strategy in a pretty controversial move to adapt to the changing times. On the flip side, PlayStation has also started releasing its first-party games on PC more often. Look, this is the thing. The reason why there's so much the reason why this is happening is because the thing is the type of games that are coming out, and the thing is a lot of the games, let's be fair, a lot of the games, there's a lot of games that come out which are not good, and the thing is that ends up getting blamed on the consoles. The consoles are more than capable. That's not the issue. Now, I would agree that the thing is, as far as like pushing the or breaking the ceiling every so often, it's starting to become hard. I 100% agree. But then the thing is, how to me, how you can remedy that is concentrate on just making great games that people want. Just have that be your absolute focus. Use the tech and on making great games, but obviously at the same time, you really don't need a top of the range PC or console to do that. Nintendo has proven that the thing is that you don't need to be a PS5 to have great games on there, and Nintendo has proven it. Um, so the thing is, consoles will only become irrelevant if people stop playing games and console games in general. When that stops, and then I will believe it. But the thing is, until then, I don't believe for absolute second, because I mean we've already heard about this hoopla before, as I said earlier. Now, when I heard about it was when in the um coming to the end of the 360 and the PS3 generation, and the thing is, and they were like, the end is coming for console gaming, and what happened with the PS4? Everyone loved the PS4. The reason why Xbox is doing what they're doing because Game Pass has not worked out. Are we all know what the fact that they're not making a profit on Game Pass? If anything, they have to pay a lot of money to the third party developers, the AAA, the big ones, just to get their games on it, and just to get their games on Game Pass, and yeah. So that's a reason why. So Microsoft's stance on why this is not happening is completely different. It's completely different to Sony's. But the thing is, the fundamental point is make great games for these consoles. And the thing is, this whole thing about consoles becoming irrelevant will die down because when the PS4 came out and so many great games were coming out, no one was even saying it. And yeah, that's a, that's what it is. I'm actually kind of shocked that Shaw Layden even said this, to tell you the truth. I'm kind of surprised, but it all comes down to the games. The games is what's going to sell the console. The console is not going to sell the games. It's the other way around. The games will sell the console, but the thing is, you can't just have games be showpieces. The games have to be great. Them have to be really good themselves, and it can be. I mean, this could be like a really good indie games as well. This could be really good double A in games as well. It doesn't just have to be triple A games, which is why I think Sony's strategy on focusing more on triple A games is I mean that's just really not sustainable to do. How because the thing is you're gonna have these white gaps in between of when these games come out, and I mean why do you think we hadn't heard for so long and they were so quiet for so long? Sony was, and because the thing is that they're not saying anything. And by the way, what about this Uncharted game that we heard rumors about? We've heard nothing about it whatsoever. Um, because supposedly I forgot which developer is who's working on it. Let me know in the comments. But apparently there's supposed to be an Uncharted game. But I know that Naughty Dog isn't doing it. But the thing is, half these games we don't know nothing about. Um, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.